Have Liverpool's 10 most expensive signings been a hit or a miss? Number 10, the late Diogo Jota. This one's a hit. He was initially signed as a squad player, but he quickly became one of their most important attackers. 65 goals in 182 games is a great return, and he always showed up in big games to help them win the league. Number 9, Luis Diaz, and this one's another hit. Replacing Mane was never going to be easy, but Diaz came in and did a great job for Liverpool. He was so good when they first signed him. He was never quite the same after the injury, but he helped them win the league before he left for a profit. Number 8 is Naby Keita, and this one's the first miss on the list. He had so much hype around him after he helped Leipzig go from promotion to second in the Bundesliga, but he never really lived up to the expectation. He was constantly injured and only managed 49 starts in 5 seasons at Liverpool. Number 7 is Jeremy Jacquet, but given he hasn't played any games, we're going to have to skip past him. And at the same price point was Dominik Szoboszlai. He's a really good player and definitely hit, but I think he is starting to get a little bit overrated. He was a key player for Liverpool when they won the league 2 years ago, and he played in attack, midfield and defence. And he seems to be getting better every year. Number 6 is Alisson, and it's the easiest hit so far. They signed him for a record fee for a goalkeeper at the time, but 2 Premier Leagues and a Champions League later, and it looks like a bargain. He's easily a top 5 goalkeeper in Premier League history. Number 5 is Van Dijk, and he's the biggest hit on this list. Again, the transfer fee raised eyebrows at the time because he was the most expensive centre-back in history. He was Liverpool's leader on their way to winning every trophy in football. And for me, he's the best centre-back in Premier League history, so it's easily a hit. Number 4 is Hugo Ekitike, and it's early days, but I'm going to say hit. 23 GA in 45 games before that awful injury. But it's not just the output that was impressive, he smashed the eye test. Silky on the ball, he can link up play really well, and he scored some really good goals. I hope he fully recovers from that injury because he looked like the real deal. Number 3 is Darwin Núñez, and this one's a pretty bad miss. I swear, he was one of the most entertaining players to watch because if he doesn't know what he's going to do next, how can you? He was missing big chances left, right and centre, and I don't think he lived up to the price tag. I do think there's a good player in there somewhere, and I know he won them the league, but it still does feel like a miss. Number 2 is Florian Wirtz, and it's another miss. I don't think he's as bad as people make him out to be, and obviously it's not too late for him to turn it around. He did look good in moments last season under a slot team that had no continuity, but for 116 million, you do expect to see more output. I'm interested to see how Iraola uses him this season because he's not his type of player on paper. And number 1 for 125 million, it's Alexander Isak, and he's got to be a miss for now. I have to admit, when Liverpool signed him, I was shook. But he just hasn't been able to stay fit and find that form that he had at Newcastle. It's been a bad start to his Liverpool career, which is why I have to say miss, but there's obviously a great player in there if he can stay injury free. By the end of this window, Bradley Barcola could be on this list. Let me know in the comments if you think he would be a hit or a miss.